Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to go into this article, that I came across. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And this is from AP News, and it says, Sheriff gunman kills 6, including ex-wife in Mississippi. Arcapatula, Mississippi. A lone gunman killed 6 people, including his ex-wife and stepfather, Friday at multiple locations in a tiny rural community in northern Mississippi, the sheriff said, leaving investigators searching for clues to what motivated the shocking rampage. Armed with a shotgun and 2 handguns, 52-year-old Richard Dale Crum opened fire at about 11 a.m. and killed a man in the driver's seat of a pickup truck parked outside a convenience store in Arcapatula, near the Tennessee state line. Tate County Sheriff Brad Lance said deputies were working the crime scene when a second 911 call alerted authorities to another shooting a few miles away. After arriving at a home, they found a woman whom the sheriff identified as Crum's ex-wife shot dead and her current husband wounded. Lance said deputies caught up with Crum outside his home and arrested him. Behind the residence, they found 2 handymen slain by gunfire, one in the road, another in an SUV. Inside a neighboring home, they discovered the bodies of Crum's stepfather and stepfather's sister. Everybody has crime, and from time to time we have violent crime, but certainly nothing of this magnitude, Lance said in an interview. He added, without being able to say what triggered this, that's the scary part. Crum, 52, was jailed without bond on a single charge of capital murder, and Lance said investigators were working to bring additional charges. It was not immediately known if Crum had an attorney who could speak on his behalf. That initial murder charge was for the killing of Chris Eugene Boyce, 59, the man who was shot outside the store. Boyce's brother was in the truck with him at the time and fled, according to the sheriff. Lance added that Crum chased the brother through a wooded area before he escaped unharmed. Deputy Tate County Coroner Eugene Slakia. Deputy Tate County Coroner Ernie Lentz identified the others killed as Deborah Crum, 60, Charles Manuel, 76, John Rory, 59, George McCain, 78, and Linda McCain, 78. Lentz also said Boyce was from Lakeland, Florida. Ethan Cash, who lives near the store, told WREG-TV that he heard a gunshot from inside his house. I had just woken up and I look back here and I see a dude walking back here with a shotgun, he said. Cash added that he went to the scene and found one person who had been shot. He checked for a pulse but found none. In the lobby of the sheriff's office, Norma Washington told the Associated Press that Boyce was her nephew. She said he and the brother, Doug, who lives in Alaska, had been in town cleaning up a property they inherited from their deceased uncle. I lost my brother, now this one. Washington said this has been something else. It is unclear whether Crum knew either of the brothers. The killing stunned residents of Arcapatula, home to 258 It's lucky home to 285 people and located about 30 miles, 50 kilometers of South Memphis, Tennessee. It's the home of famed actor James Earl Jones, and nearby Arcabatula Lake is a popular fishing and recreational destination. An elementary school and high school is nearby Coldwater. Both went on lockdown while the suspect was being sought, according to the Coldwater Elementary School Facebook page. A short time later, in the second post, a second post on the page said the lockdown had been lifted and all students and staff are safe. So that's pretty much all I'm going to read on that. So, I'm just going to bring out a scripture. But yes, a man pretty much, went on a rampage and killed 6 people. These are some of the pictures from the scenes, and as you can see, that's him. So-called white man. These are the pictures, from the various crime scenes. But these things, that take place, it's not random. All these things are ordained, on high. Nothing happens without, the Most High say so. So I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, and I'm going to start at verse 28, and it says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word." And yes, that's pretty much what this man did. He was a spirit created for vengeance. This guy Richard Crumb, pretty much killed those 6 people. He was a spirit created, for vengeance to take out those 6 people, for whatever reason. I'm going to also bring this out as well. Slakia, bear with me. This is the book of Job, chapter 4, and verse 7, and it says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" And yes, no one living, none of us are innocent, because we all have sinned, in various lifetimes, because we have all been here in different, periods of time, because, reincarnation is biblical and it is a real thing. We've all been here before, we've all sinned. So, none of us are innocent. And I'm going to also bring out the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 23. And it says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh." And yes, all have sinned, primarily the nation of Israel, because Israel pretty much is the only nation that can sin, because we were the only nation that received the law, statutes, and commandments, But, all people upon the earth have sinned. But, pretty much the point I wanted to make about bringing out this article is that, again, this guy, Richard Crumb, was a spirit created for vengeance. And he took out those 6 people. He pretty much did the bidding of the Lord, you know. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.